What if you could buy a midsize sedan that was economical like a Toyota Camry or Honda Accord, but looked better? You might be tempted. But what if it cost nearly 40 grand and only came with a 4-cylinder engine? You'd be forgiven if you were a little less tempted. But hold on. This is the Ford Fusion Titanium Edition. It's the most expensive Fusion you can get, and this one has just about every option. That includes a sort of robot valet that'll find a parking space and park the car itself, and won't even leave it smelling like Newports and Axe body spray. You've probably seen Ford Fusions around. In Europe, it's the Ford Mondeo. They're the ones that look like they got a makeover from Aston Martin. Until the Fusion came around, it was hard to find a midsize sedan you could look at for more than 10 seconds without flatlining. And if you don't get the Titanium Edition, the Fusion actually starts at around 22 grand, which isn't bad. But this one is closer to 38. The Titanium Edition comes with push-button start and a Sony stereo with 12 speakers. For a mid-level audio system, this one sounds very good, even if the only thing you ever play on it is that goddamn Scare Away the Dark on repeat. More important, the Titanium Edition comes with the best engine you can get with the Fusion. Yes, it's a 4-cylinder, but it's not your typical Wheeze box. It's Ford's turbocharged 2-liter EcoBoost. That's 240 horsepower and 270 pounds-feet. It's a good engine. It feels quick and most people won't miss the extra 2 pistons. That is until a bank manager in an Accord V6 pulls up at a stoplight and you have to pretend to look for something in the glove box while she leaves a rubber patch all the way to the next Rite Aid. Likewise, the 6-speed transmission with paddle shifters won't make you feel like Hamilton, Button, Alonso. But it shifts smoothly and doesn't feel slushy. You can also get the all-wheel drive, but that adds cost and weight, and it's tuned for safety, not high-performance driving. As if I even had to mention that. But the Fusion is very nice to drive. Ford seems to understand that some steering feel is important, even in a midsize sedan. The Fusion's steering is precise and not completely numb, and the wheel even has some decent weight. Ford also gets that you can tune a mass-produced car for good body control and firm damping without scaring away buyers looking for a comfortable ride. It's surprisingly well suited to curvy roads. I'm not sure you can say that about most of its peers. Ford's also been getting pretty fancy with the technology, and sometimes it can be a bit much. Like the MyFord Touch display, which puts a bunch of controls on the touchscreen where you have to look for them. It's fussy and a little distracting to operate, and it probably won't be around for too much longer without a major update. And then there's the new haptic feedback controls that buzz your finger when you touch them. It makes me a little angry. I'm not sure I want a car that touches me back, especially from the guys that once made the Ford Probe. But on the whole, the Fusion is a solid car with lots to like. If you absolutely must have a midsize sedan, and there's a good chance you do since the world's automakers sold a few billion of them last year, you should be looking at the Fusion. It's a car that's found a few important ways to stand out in a very crowded field. Not forgetting that you have 5 senses, not just one. All you have to decide is whether to spend a little for it or to spend a lot.